you so very much. It's indeed both a pleasure and an honor for me to be here with you during this auspicious time, which is Emancipation Month. We are honoring also my father's 132nd birthday. It is also the centennial of the launching of the Black Star Line Steamship Company, which was launched to link Africans from Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas in terms of commerce and trade, and to move goods and services as well as people between, you might say, the reverse triangular slave trade. And of course, we commemorate 400 years since the beginning of slavery. This is a good time to reflect on the history of our people over time. And as we were coming from outside here, we were singing Exodus and movement of Jah people. Well, Jah people have been on the move for 200,000 years because we were the original people. And we have populated the universe. So all people are our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our cousins, etc., etc. We also had created the first civilizations. And these civilizations mirrored our cosmology, which is our understanding of who we were as a people and our connection with Source, which some people call God. Now, of course, they call it the unified field, and they call it the quantum soup, and act as if something is being reinvented or invented for the first time. But our ancestors had this knowledge for hundreds of thousands of years, actually, in terms of who we are and how we were connected to the universe and how we came here. And we never were thrown out of the Garden of Eden. That is not part of our history. That's part of somebody else's history. And this is one of the reasons why we must liberate our minds from mental slavery, because we have now been taught the history of somebody else. We've been told that history started with the Greeks, when of course Europeans are the most recent people civilized. Unfortunately, they are in the Ice Age, so they were frozen and in caves for a very, very long period of time, while we were still in the Garden of Eden. I think, however, one of the problems with the Garden of Eden is that we were having it so well that we got a little bit lazy. We didn't understand our riches. And when we do not understand who we are and where we are and how we connect with Source, that's when things begin to go wrong. And so our recent history in the last 500 years has been one of oppression, has been one of suffering, has been one of almost genocide. Although, because of, I'll use the word that somebody else used earlier on, because of our resilience, we've been able to not only survive, but we're now in the process of thriving. I think this is a watershed moment, and you know, my father said, look for me in the whirlwind, look for me in the thunder, the lightning, and the storm. And I think you heard him say that.
Yes.
And when we were outside, and he sent us in the air so that we could come together and be together and reason and plan for the future. So we need to understand our history. And we need to understand that there were some weaknesses in terms of the structure and the structures that we had. That's why our continent was able to be penetrated from the outside. And we need to correct those weaknesses. And over time, we've been indoctrinated in other doctrines than our own. So we need also to go back in history and understand our own humanity. And the fact that we were the first people to be conscious of who we were as human beings. So we had not only the first cosmology, but we had the first psychology in terms of knowing who we are as a people. And this is there in the hieroglyphics, so that our scholars need to know this, know that Egypt, which is one of the most studied civilizations, but it's been studied by people who don't understand it or don't want to understand it. So it's been made to look strange, and it's been made to look as if somehow that civilization was created by people from somewhere else, Lemuria or Atlantis or from some outer space or something. This is simply to denigrate African people. So we need to understand our history. Egypt still is the greatest civilization that is known to man. I mean, the science, etc., and the technology of Egypt still has not been able to be matched in terms of the pyramids and the temples, etc., etc. And the spiritual understanding still has not been fully understood because everybody, from the Israelites through the Greeks and the Romans, who have developed their religions out of the original religion of Egypt, still did not understand it fully. And of course, it went through India and well to Buddha, and it also went to China in terms of Taoism. So we need to look into our history. We need to look into our understanding of the cosmos, our understanding of ourselves, to regain who we are. Because that's one of the problems that we have at the present time, especially in terms of our young people who are going astray, because they don't understand who they are. Really who they are. They don't understand where they've come from. They don't understand their history. They don't understand their own psychology. And of course, the parents don't understand it, so the children won't understand it. So we have a job to do for ourselves as adults, as elders, etc., etc. Not only to delve into our history and our spirituality in terms of our understanding, but it's important for us to not only know who we are, but to know who we are not. Meaning that we are not imitations of those people who have enslaved us, those people who have colonized us, those people who have oppressed us. So I hear people a lot talking about equality. You don't need to be equal to anybody else. Is not what I would consider to be ideal for Africa. So we are the original people. And all we need to do is to be ourselves. Yes, sir. We must liberate our minds from mental slavery. That frees up our creativity. That allows us to bring knowledge to a knowledge-based economy and a knowledge-based society, and to move forward with our innovation. And our technology, and how we see the world. Because you have to realize that the systems that have been inaugurated by Europeans over time are destroying the universe. With climate change, with global warming, with toxicity, they're destroying the topsoil. They're putting herbicides and all kinds of artificial fertilizers into the soil, giving us food that is not healthy. And that's why you have all the obesity, and you have so many cancers that are present at the present time. I know some of the brethren are here. We're going to meet with some of the brethren later on. We need to talk about ICAL. We need to live naturally. And that's what the beauty about the Rastafarians is that they're trying to go back to natural living. We are one with nature. We're a product of nature. And nature was put here for us to be part of. We are part of it. We're not separate from it. We cannot destroy nature. We cannot destroy Mother Nature. We will destroy our home. What's the point of that? It does not make any sense. We must work with nature. We must try to understand nature. And if we believe some of the scientists, the Big Bang occurred 16 billion years ago. So something has been happening over 16 billion years. Now why do we think that somebody with a lifespan of 70 years is going to understand what's been going on for 16 billion years? That's not possible. It's not possible. The world, the universe is too complicated. Okay? And you cannot understand it with the human mind. You can understand it spiritually, but you cannot understand it with the human mind. You can only understand it through experience. And that's what we have in terms of our origin. We have experienced ourselves, and we have experienced our unity with the universe. And that's the most powerful thing that you can understand, and that's the most powerful experience that you can have. Because if you are spiritually in tune with the universe, then you have the power of the universe. And that's why we have survived. That's why we're proliferating. That's why people are still trying to kill us. Because there are those who are about death and destruction. We're about life. And we're about a civilization of life. And while we celebrate freedom, we must understand that our physical freedom is only the beginning of our freedom. The next part of it, obviously, is our mental freedom. But then it's our spiritual freedom, meaning we have to create the future that we want. The future that is in line with our spiritual understanding of ourselves and the universe. And that's different from the system that we have. So we must not simply adopt the system that is present. Because as I've mentioned, that system is about death and destruction. It's about using up all the resources of the planet to create commodities and to make some people rich and the rest of the world poor and even extinct. That does not make sense. So when you talk about freedom, we have to look into ourselves so that we can truly free ourselves. It's a hard process. It's a hard process. And some people call it meditation at the present time. I call it awareness. We have to become aware of who we are. And every moment is important because life occurs in the present moment. Life is occurring now. This is where you're living. You're living now. You can't live in the past because it's gone. You can't live in the future because when the future comes, it will be the present. So you have the present moment and you have to be aware of the present moment and you have to know who you are and what is happening in the present moment. Therefore, you have to expand your consciousness. You cannot just locate it in your ego. You have to locate your consciousness within your spirit. And that gives you a strength and a perspective of the universe that is really what we call wisdom. So that's the work that we have to do as individuals, that's the work that we have to do as a people in terms of categorizing that and moving that into the economic system, moving that into the sociological system, moving it into the finance system, moving it into the political system. We need those systems. Systems that are about the generation of life and the freedom of people to really function fully as human beings. So I'm happy to be here with you. I say, let's look back on these 400 years, but let's plan ahead for the next 400 years with our understanding of what African humanism means, because that's our gift to the world. Up to my people, you can accomplish what you will.